After working with dozens of 8-figure business owners and CEOs, I've learned lessons that completely change how I view their business. These aren't the typical business lessons you've heard. These are the harsh truths I learned from a 7-figure entrepreneur to an 8-figure entrepreneur. Lesson number 1, identity is going to drive everything. So when it comes to the conversation of how they view their role or what role they actually fulfill and the responsibilities, that's the biggest differentiator, their identity and how they view themselves. So for example, a 7-figure entrepreneur would probably, I'd say, typically view themselves as somebody who is creating the vision, they've made it, everything follows through them. But when it comes to an 8-figure entrepreneur, they're more of the architect. How to define and redefine the best role, the right people to hire, and the person that they're going to hire is someone who is actually making their own decisions and reporting it to the CEO. Why? Because you hired the right talent. You had the right person in place, the right messages being sent, and the right person to make the decisions that the CEO may have not known. For example, if you hire someone in HR, you're going to want a professional that knows all the legality, knows right conversations, how to direct the message to the team, and also the right standard operating procedure that you might not have focused on because that's their world. You want to bring them into your culture. Your business will never outgrow your identity. So if you have the opportunity, whether it is the right people to hire, the right rooms to be a part of, or the right conversations you need to have and be around the right people that are no longer yes men, the key opportunity here is to make sure you level up the identity. It's not just the how-to, but it is also the identity. That's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is that they focus on constraints. So you'll see a 7-figure entrepreneur that is focusing on how to build the right tactic, how to find that next level, while an 8-figure entrepreneur is trying to avoid and disregard of all these constraints. What's holding them back? So I have a great story. I was talking to this entrepreneur, lives probably an okay life, delays gratification, but they are so busy, hectic. There's so much happening in business. There's so many moving parts where he's consistently trying to find how to improve, how to find the next system, the next playbook or next opportunity to implement. But there's so much chaos and so much noise he has not yet eliminated, which is also holding us back from the 8-figure mark. And it's something we're currently working on. That's lesson number 2. And number 3, they build wealth, not just income. So I spoke to an entrepreneur, in fact, actually earlier this year. They own multiple car dealerships, multiple restaurants. They do very well in their real estate portfolio. And as far as what they're trying to do, he's lived a great life. They've delayed gratification, just like I shared in lesson number 2, but they live a modest life. They live in northern United States. They live a great life. But they delayed gratification because wealth is different than income. Income, the money generating is great, but the wealth that they're building, the assets they own, the real estate, the opportunities for them to make an influence in the marketplace because they own such capital allows them to go far deeper than everybody else. Why? Because they have the opportunity, they have the moral authority in the industry, and everybody's turning towards them because they built a portfolio that the 7-figure entrepreneur was not able to do. Number 4, they make fewer but better decisions. The 8-figure entrepreneur makes less decisions, but they are decisions that move the needle and push the envelope in business. So one of my clients has a location in Texas. They're opening one in New York, Miami, and the decisions that they've made to grow in specific areas has allowed them to blow up when it comes to their marketing exposure, when it comes to the eyeballs that's on the platform, the flywheel that they built in their business, consulting, different events, culture, different products, a book launch, a podcast, all the different areas in the business has all been fulfilled. Why? Because of the right strategic development of building their flywheel, and it's a machine that's just going to keep developing and developing. That's a machine. After 5 or 6 years, once it's fully built, the whole system and business runs by itself. It's the right strategic development. And number 5 is think local, but build global. When it comes to mission statements, vision statements, I talk to entrepreneurs, right? The silliest mistake early on is when you start a business, you need a website, mission statement, vision. But when you fast forward and talk to entrepreneurs who are running multi-7-figure businesses, multi-8-figure businesses, one of the biggest lessons is, does this actually fulfill what I need to do or what I'm actually going to do when I scale from state to state to state? Well, right now we're only in the state of Florida. But what happens when I scale to California, Nevada, Texas? Can this actual system support what that looks like? No, it can't. Well, guess what? That's not something I'm going to implement. What I want is something where I'm able to build it right now and scale as the business grows. Does this serve my mission 10, 15, 20 years from now? Does this actually align with what I want to do? 8-figure entrepreneurs are thinking far in advance, but they're in the exact moment because they know exactly where they're going. Those are the 5 steps that I see from entrepreneurs who are running multi-7-figure businesses to multi-8-figure businesses. It's just the mindset and the identity to get them to that next level. Hopefully you found some great value in this video, and if you actually did, like and subscribe, and also let me know in the comments below if there's any suggestions for future videos. I look forward to it, and we'll see you in the next one.